Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. I want to bring you a story that just is breaking, and it's about Brazil, and it's about you. Even though this is going on in Brazil, this could happen anywhere, and I want to shed some light on how people act and react to situations, and this is absolutely horrible. It's being called a massive tragedy. Brazilian dams break. That's plural. 10 more at risk of collapse amid heavy rain. Now, to say that we're seeing things unlike, and this isn't my whole warming pitch, let's put it that way, okay? I believe that everything happens in a cycle, okay? This isn't like the end of the world, because I think pretty much the polar ice caps were going to be melted by now, and everyone was going to be under a lake if you listen to Al Gore. But the fact of the matter is, weather happens in cycles. Stars, moons, the earth, sun, everything is moving in cycles. Everything's a cycle, okay? You have a high tempo, the high peak of activity, regardless of if it's investing or anything. And then you have the low, the troughs. Everything is a frequency, everything. So we are in a time where events are happening that we need to be prepared for. Okay, and it's very easy to be prepared. We could talk about that in a second, but I want to talk about this. 2 dams collapsed in northeastern Brazil, state of Bahia. I think I got that right. Over the weekend after weeks of heavy rain. Weeks. On Saturday night, the Igua Dam. Okay, I'm going to stop reading this stuff. Okay, a dam broke. All right. And it broke about 62 miles to the north of Sunday morning. Or to the north on Sunday morning. I so want to go to Brazil, actually. I absolutely think it's such an awesome looking country. I would love to see that. It says they were saying this is a massive tragedy. I can't remember seeing anything like this in recent history, given the amount of cities and houses involved. It's truly terrifying. There are so many houses and streets that are completely underwater. Now, I've got some video from Twitter, and it shows there's all kinds of devastating photos. Just absolutely insane, the amount of water that's come. And what's crazy is it's that cascading effect, and we see that all the time, where you have, this is, in this situation, one dam breaks, and then the water coming off of that dam is too much for the next dam down the river to hold, and it breaks, and it breaks, just like dominoes. But we also see that in economics, and it's so very important to be prepared both economically and for things like this. It's absolutely blows my mind. So, like they're saying right now, there's more dams that planning to break. Now, one thing that is horrible during a flood is water, because you have now polluted the groundwater everywhere. Storm drains are full. It's getting absolutely crazy. And one thing that people don't think about is, and I've done it a long time ago and I absolutely love it, is water filtration. I have a water filter. It's a gravity-fed water filter, stainless steel. I've used it for 10 years. I absolutely loved it. When I started preparing a long time ago, I bought this thing, and the water tasted so good, we stopped using our RO. And I'll put a link to it below, but actually, I now have, since I redid my kitchen, I have an on-demand filter, like an inline filter, the same filtration system as the gravity fed. I absolutely love it. We have it hooked up to our ice machine and our water spigot. It is amazing. And what's really cool about it is I don't like ROs. For every, I think, 3 gallons of water wasted, you only get 1 gallon of filtered water. And so I'm not the biggest conservative kind of person, but I like that. I really do like that. The non-demand, just that inline filter, filters out everything, and then I get the better tasting water. And what I really like about this filter is it takes out fluoride. So if you guys want to check that out, I have literally used this for 10 years. I absolutely love this water filter. But that's one thing that people don't think about. And what's crazy is here, I live in California, and we haven't had rain in a long time. But what is absolutely bonkers, I was driving down the freeway the other night, and we got, I want to say 3 inches in one day. It was huge, huge day. And so I'm driving down the highway a little slower, about 60 miles an hour, and someone goes blowing by me at 95 miles an hour. I mean, people are absolute idiots, and it was coming down pretty good. They're complete morons in California when it all of a sudden starts to rain. And it's like, it's just like, Oh, and the sad thing is, I know people that have to go and pick those people up off the freeway when they're done being idiots. So I want to talk, it's not like I want to bash on people in California, but I'm one of them. So my point being is that we need to be prepared. We need to think bigger about, what could happen in our area, being prepared. We talk about financial preparation, but sometimes it's always good to have a little extra food, a water filter. I'm not saying you got to run out and get 10 generators and string electrical cords all over your house, and thinking that there's an EMP coming. Is that a possibility? It absolutely is. Is it going to wipe out the entire world? I don't think so. I want to be pragmatic, or I want to be really logical in preparation, because in everything you can go overboard, but sometimes it's the simplest things that we miss out on. So I saw this. I wanted to bring it to your attention. My heart goes out to the people in Brazil, because floods are devastating, especially for the crops. And that's another thing. I don't know yet. I'll look into it. But how much farmland has been destroyed because of these floods? Because that wipes out this year's crop. And if there is hazardous materials or any kind of environmental issues in the water, what can it do to the soil? So there could be issues there too. So, Brazil has seen huge coffee die-offs this last year in the massive frost. Now they're seeing this. It's pretty wild. So with that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.